So SI is a theory. There are different models out there. Bundy and Lane is one of them. Bundy and Lane recently revised the model in 2020. For me, it's a nice starting point when you're beginning to learn about SI. It sort of synthesises the information that's out there and presents it in a simplistic form. And for me, I think I like the Bundy and Lane one because it looks at reactivity on one side and praxis and discrimination on the other.
Yeah, I often choose it for my clinical work as well. There's more than one model of SI. That idea is that the work that we're doing, the clinical work that we're doing, it's based on the underpinning neuroscience, but the model allows you to understand how the neuroscience interacts with an individual's context, their environment, but also the factors that are specific to an individual client. Yeah, I like the Bundy and Lane model. It's quite straightforward. The idea is that sensory integration isn't just how you react to or respond to how things feel. So it isn't just being uncomfortable with bright lights, being uncomfortable with loud sounds. It isn't just about being uncomfortable about how your clothes feel. So that kind of modulation or reactivity piece, that's just one expression of SI difficulty. The other side of the model looks at how do you understand what it is that's happening to your body. So how do you understand whether what you're touching is something cold or something wet? How do you make sense of it? How do you put that information together to understand what is going on and what's expected of you? And then how do you use that information to manage your body, to learn to move, to balance, to coordinate, and to carry out the plans that you have of how you want to present yourself or move around inside your world. So the Bundy and Lane model has got a really good evidence base. The research behind it is really strong. I like the Bundy and Lane model because it allows you to see how things build on each other. So if you've got problems with modulation, what does that mean for discrimination? If discrimination is hard, how does that impact you building motor skills? If your motor skills aren't where they ideally might be, what does that mean for your coordination? So I like that sense that you can see how things link together and how each piece builds on the pieces that went before.
And I think it's useful to note the behaviours which are on the outward side of the model. Whilst some might link to SI, it's that they do say that they're not suggesting that all of those behaviours definitely indicate a sensory integration difficulty. They could be prevalent for another reason, but they do suggest that it could be linked to the sensory systems.
Yeah, and I think sort of what you just said there, Steph, to me that's really quite important, that when you're looking at SI sort of more holistically, it is a complete mistake to think of there being a checklist of symptoms and that in any way would be meaningful. That it's much more looking at the expression of a person's development and response to their environment over time.